Hey guys, this is Camfree15, and sadly, I'm back with another video for you guys. Well, I'm not sad that I'm back on YouTube making videos, because if you guys have been keeping up with the channel, I've been gone for about a week not making videos. Well, today I'm about to make like a gang load of videos, because hell, what is there else to do in this world? Especially with what's currently going on. I'm starting to get sick of it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So one, hopefully you guys are staying safe. That's another good thing. And then two, we're here to talk about food wars. Why? Just why? Just why? If you don't know, or if you're too late to the party to realize, I believe it was yesterday they announced this. Um, like I said, this is for the people who don't know. So this is a quick little update slash review for Food Wars, and technically all other ongoing anime at this moment. Um, so you know the thing that's been taking over the world. I'm not gonna mention it, because you should all know what it is. Um, but anyways, animes. Some of your favorite animes, like for example, Food Wars, starting effective next week. One Piece I found out after checking out, and then a few other anime. They're going to be put on delay for some time because Japan has announced or has declared a state of emergency because of you know what. Um, so essentially, that's going to delay animes. So some of your favorite animes might end up not having new episodes because of this. Now, obviously, social distancing and stuff like that. And if you're asking why are they doing this, it makes no sense. It's just TV. Um, for your guys' record, if you don't know, I don't know, in terms of production stuff, but I do know in terms of voice acting. The voice actors, they're all in the same booth together when they record their lines for episodes. It's not like here out in the United States where you only have one person in booth saying their lines and, they can be done for the day. In Japan, they straight up do all of their voice lines together. So I guess it flows cooperatively. I don't know why the United States don't do what Japan's doing in terms of voice acting or recording lines. I actually think that's smart because then you can get your episodes done a lot faster instead of having one person come in and then another person come in and then they have to do their lines for how many hours for how many certain episodes so things are already ready. Um so yeah, sadly, animes, some of your favorite animes this season, and some ongoing anime might be going on break real soon because of this state of emergency. And again, it is all because of you know what? It's taken away more sources of entertainment away from us. It affected sports, and now it's affecting the entire world, and now it's affecting the anime industry. As for manga people, technically they're going on break as of this week, because of it, and essentially it's looking like Shonen Jump manga will resume likely, more than likely, next week. Mostly because essentially Shonen Jump, most of their workers essentially work from home, so they're obviously doing social distancing, and if that's the case, the mangas can continue. So, if you're into manga, I guess you guys are the lucky ones. The only manga I'm really into currently that I read up to date is only Dragon Ball Super, which is coming out in like the next 3 days, and then My Hero Academia. Um, I don't look at the. I occasionally look in at what's going on in the One Piece manga. I just don't want to be spoiled for what happens in the middle arc. Don't know the middle part of the arc in the Wano arc, but I do know like they're coming up to the conclusion of the Wano arc in the manga. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So if you had any questions or clues or like What the hell? Why is Food Wars episode 3 not on Crunchyroll? That's because, sadly, the thing has taken away another source of entertainment and will hope to take another source of entertainment. Now, if you're asking, if you're asking, like I said, you can go on Crunchyroll.com and find the article where it says the fifth plate for Food Wars will go on delayed broadcast. Essentially, for the next 3 weeks, they'll re-air, the first 3 episodes of season 4 on April 24th, May 1st, and May 8th. Now it's expected. Now in that case, it's expected. Sometime in May, Food Wars will return, depending, and I mean depending, how situations in Japan look like at that time in May. The state of emergency, because the prime minister said that it will stay in effect till May 7th at the earliest. So if things don't get better in Japan, we might not be getting anime for like legit some time. Like when I mean some time, we might not be getting anime for up to maybe a couple of months, as sad as it may seem. So yeah, they did say updates to the schedule will be announced after May 15th. So yeah, it's going to be sad to see some of your favorite anime be put on block, because technically anime was the one thing where people were like, well, at least I still got anime to watch during these troubling times. Now anime is being taken away from us because of you know what. And like I said, as sad as it may seem, hey, you gotta keep you have to keep your voice actors and your staff, safe, because especially if one of the voice actors comes down with the virus, oh my goodness, that could make an anime go on freaking, for God knows how long if that were to happen. So obviously the anime industry, they're taking their precautions and safety. Heck, even out here, My Hero Academia, their episodes have been delayed for the longest. The dub for My Hero Academia hasn't even been done yet, but the sub has been completed. So I'm guess at least the sub completed for My Hero Academia, a few weeks ago, which was actually 3 weeks ago. But like I said, the dub for My Hero Academia, that's not even done yet. It's technically still in delay, even though they made their like first episode last Sunday. But they're still technically on like a delay because of this virus stuff. So yeah, you got to take this all with a grain of salt. So I'm sorry if you guys are upset and you guys are angry. I understand. We're all angry. We're all fed up with this virus. But like I said, we got to listen to essentially, the people who are put in place to tell us about these viruses. Yes, is it, bad to live in fear? Yes, but like I said, you got to take precautions, because look, we want to make sure this thing goes away in the next couple of months, not the next couple of years. Florida, great job reopening your beaches. We don't want to make sure this thing doesn't take up to a year. So yeah, like I said, everyone will have their varying opinions on certain things and stuff like that, but I guess I'm here to say that, anime delays will be going on, hiatus for some time. If it wasn't already, the fact that one of my favorite animes in Dragon Ball Super is going on hiatus, some of my most highly anticipated animes are going on hiatus because of this thing. One Piece is going to be gone for a few weeks to months, or a month. Food Wars, which was highly anticipated by the fandom, because especially with how I've been reading how people do not like the adaptation of the manga of the 5th season. People were interested to see how the 5th season in animation would be, and people will have to wait even longer. Won't have to wait longer. They'll have to wait mid-season to see what the hell's gonna happen, or if you're like a first-time viewer for season 5 and stuff like that. It's just a really bad situation, and it sucks for the world that this thing essentially is putting the world on this, like, legit, and I mean flipping the world back honestly to the Stone Age, because Jesus, if Essentially, what I won't be shocked if they're gonna start canceling live TV shows or weekly episodic TV shows. The next thing you know, they'll probably take the TVs from us, and then we'll be back in the Stone Age doing nothing. So, like I said, I tell my friends all this the time. I cannot wait till this situation blows over, because then not only the world will somewhat go back to normal, but the fact is we can resume daily operations as if the thing has never happened. So yeah, look, I already have my stance on it. Some people I think who talk about it, who try to blow it off like it's nothing, I think they sound stupid, personally. It's obviously an issue if it's canceling a lot of things. And because if it wasn't such an issue, my goodness, things still be running on today. I'm from the belief that everyone has at least got it. It does suck that people do die from this, and I really do feel for the people that died for this. But like I said, for some of the people who are saying like, yeah, it's whatever, we should just still resume other operations and stuff like that. Essentially, you're just saying you don't care that people are dying from this thing. And yeah, but listen, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Food Wars. And like they say, the show must go on. I'll be on break for Food Wars, but listen, let's get episode 2 out the way. So, episode 2 of season 5, the Blue Preliminaries. Now, WGO has only said that 3 people from Totsuki Academy can attend the Blue competition. Now, Erina says, well, because I'm going to be like a free entrant into this thing, and I will be competing in the Blue competition, and I'll just be competing, essentially, as my own person. So, she won't take up a spot. It was funny because Soma and Alice are like, oh, come on, that's not fair. Really? You're really going to get in just that easy? But hey, I guess if the fact she's the director of the school, she might as well be able to be granted into it. And it's not like she's no older than, the others. They're legit probably around the same age, if not, only a year older than them. But yeah, so obviously that's the setup to what is the title, the Blue Preliminaries. And essentially every student, well, if I guess every student wanted to compete in it, at Totsuki, they will have a chance to compete in the blue blue competition if they can get, the top 3, best, votes on what foods to go in. Now it cuts over to Joe Ichiro, and apparently he's confronted by a masked figure, and Joe Ichiro, talks like as if he knows this character, but this masked character is obviously wearing black with a red bandana on it. I'm not gonna say who it is, but if you've seen the poster for season 5, it kind of gives it away who it is, and I think we already know, especially by the end of the episode, who this person might be. So unless you're blind as a bat, you should see this possibly coming a mile away. Just from the title, just from the but the poster alone. Now the preliminaries start, and essentially Dojima is going to be the head judge in the preliminaries, so he's going to be the overseer judge. But throughout these taste tests, because we see taste tests from the dormitory we've all, all our gang of friends and stuff like that. They kind of really focus on them the most, as well as other characters we've seen across, the entire 4 seasons. They do bring back, like I said earlier, and during the taste test, they do bring back judges we've also have seen from the past 4 seasons, mostly from season 3 and 4, most likely. But anyways, from the 4 first seasons, with the exception of one guy, I forgot his name. He's the guy that does the French cooking in Japan. We see almost every judge we've come across this entire show, so that was pretty cool. I will say that they brought back almost every almost every judge from the past 4 seasons, to essentially give their votes in. So obviously they're doing a good job. We also do see the previous director, Erina's grandfather. He's just kind of standing in the booth just watching. We do see him. Now when it comes to Soma, he ends up not making a soup because I guess this dish, thing is like a soup. and he makes these things called golden eggs, which kind of the soup is kind of in the eggs. And then Megumin, she also doesn't make a soup dish, and essentially, when the competition is done, we get the three winners, and this is in terms of rankings. So third place, Soma finished in third. And it was funny because he was like, "I just got third place. I just barely made it." And it's like, well, Soma's still got some things to learn. But obviously, it's shocking. And it's funny because people were like, "Wow, the first head only got third place. I wonder who the second people." Second place goes to Takami Aldini. So essentially, I guess he did his goal. He accomplished his goal, and that was. And if you don't know, his goal is not only to also be a really great cook, but one of his goals was to beat Soma. So he beat Soma. So technically, I guess he somewhat accomplished half of his goal. He finally beat Soma. So I guess way back in season 1, we got that. Now we have the answer completely answered. Who won? Takami is the one that wins this round, obviously. Someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you back in the blue competition. I will beat you." So it is funny. Now, first place, I did not see this coming. First place is Megumin Tadokoro. My girl Megumin, staying strong. If you guys have not seen my previous Food Wars videos, I still got to make my season 4 video, my season 4 review. Maybe I'll make that during this hiatus season 4 is going on, and you can get my thoughts on season 4 because I already have the first 3 seasons uploaded to YouTube. But Megumin, since season 1, since she was first introduced, she's been my favorite freaking character. Well, yes, my favorite character. I will say she has been my favorite character. But she's obviously been one of my favorite characters in this series. And the growth you see from her from season 1, when she was just timid and scared and she didn't have no confidence in making dishes for herself, to where she is at now is just great. The fact that she not only beat Takami, she beat Soma, one of her best friends, who kind of, put her on this path back to, I guess, her redemption arc. And it's so cool to see that she made her own dish. And all the judges were acknowledging the fact that, yeah, you made your own dish. Your dish stood out the most from everybody else. And it goes to show how far she's come. And it's just really tear-jerking and heart-wrenching to be like, this character, Megumin, has come so far to where she's at now. And now, things. And it's like, she looks like she doesn't have the confidence to believe in herself. But when she gets in that cooking, in that kitchen, it's like a flip switch turns on, and then all of a sudden, she just does her magic. And it's so great to see Megumin, get this. And you know what? I'm cool about that. Usually, you would think the main character would take first place. Here, they don't do it here. I feel they might make Soma win in the blue competition. I don't know what happens in the blue competition. But yes. So the 3 people going from Totsuki, who are going to the blue competition, are going to be Erina as an outside entrant, Megumin, Takami, and Soma. So yes. Now we cut back to wherever Joichiro's at, and we see this board, and essentially we see the masked figure beat Joichiro. And when I mean beat Joichiro, he dominated Joichiro 5-0. Now, for you manga readers, like I said, don't put any spoilers in the comment section. But for your manga readers, I want to know, what were your feelings towards this when you read this in the manga? And when you found out that Joichiro lost 5-0? Because we know Joichiro, he was one of the top cooks at Totsuki when he was there. If you're asking me, do I have a problem with this? No, because technically we've only seen him beat Soma. We haven't seen him do anything else other than his flashback scenes. But, yeah, now, like I said, he loses 5-0 or he gets swept to the masked figure. So like I said, I have a feeling who the masked figure is. Not only the poster gives away who the masked figure could be, as well, I guess a little bit of the ending could give away who the masked figure is, but especially this ending. And here we go, talk about it. So Soma and Megami, they're just walking in the halls at Totsuki, and they run into Suzuki's class, who he's teaching, and Suzuki kind of, brings them into the room, and they kind of help out the students in the room. So after he's done helping the students out in the room, essentially, he kind of challenges Soma to a food war. And essentially, he's only doing this because he wants to prove his worth to essentially marry Erina and essentially make her his wife. He goes on a tangent on why he has to do this. He's like, the person who makes the best food should only be righteous in marrying, the god tongue, Erina Nakari, stuff like that. I also think he's also doing this to spite Soma because, like you saw from episode 1, he kind of was spying in on Soma and Erina's little talk of discussion, and I feel like he knows Soma has somewhat feelings towards Erina at this point in time. If not, Soma has feelings for Erina at this time, and I guess even at the end of this episode, it kind of confirms that Soma has some feelings, or if not feelings, for Erina. Um, but he was spying on them, so he feels like Soma's not worthy of, I guess being, the potential husband to Erina. And essentially, he's like, it's like my destiny to do this thing, and I will make her mine. Now, Soma, he kind of steps up to the plate, and he's like, whoa, 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 hold on, bucko. You just got here, first things first. I've known Erina longer than you have. And he's like, fine, I'll accept your little food war offer. And essentially, he's like, and essentially, Soma does. And funny scene. They're both talking at the same time. Um, and essentially, Erina's walking past the room. She sees a little crick on what's going on, and she kind of peeps her head in a bit. And she comes in, I guess, in her case, the worst time possible, where not only Suzuki but Soma both say at the same time, I will make Erina mine. And essentially, she falls over and she's just blushing because now she's got two guys fighting technically over her right now. So it's funny how she read those little romantic mangas she read in like the past couple of seasons, which was really season 2. And season 1 to an extent. It's funny how she was reading those romantic, mangas, and now technically she's in a romance, triangle love type of thing with Soma, Suzuki, and her. So obviously, this guy is trying to win the heart of Erina, which I don't think he will. Like, he even says, like, we've had chemistry from the moment, or there was something special between us from the moment we first met, which was like back in the end of season 4. I'm like, if you call just talking to her, a special moment, Jesus, I could go talk to a girl and I could tell him, hey, we're special. We should really freaking start going out now. Yeah. Um, yeah. Essentially, this is what this fight is somewhat going to be over about, and it seems like this rivalry is going to be over, I guess, for Erina's love, if you might say, are her recommendation. So, and like I said, Soma does say, I will make Erina mine. So, like I said, even in the opening, they show like little the silhouettes of Soma and Erina looking at each other, and in the like little lake, it shows them in a wedding dress. So, like I said, the author did say in like a magazine that he was going to hook them up, but they rushed the ending of the manga from what I heard, and that's what upset people a lot, and that's why people are like, hopefully the anime freaking doesn't have a rushed ending and stuff like that, and they have a generic anime ending. And if they do, I do fully expect Soma the anime to end with Soma and Erina's possible wedding, or them getting married. It would only be right to do it in just for the people who were upset. Clearly, and I feel like the author, who was probably even checking in on the anime on this, who has probably some say in the anime, he probably, what is it, says just go through with it. You know, people are upset about this, and I wanted to finish this off the right way. So yeah, like I said, they're fighting for Erina, and this someone's gotta, I guess, step his game up for his, I guess, his girlfriend or his whatever he has feelings for. But I will say, for the most part, it's looks like Soma actually has feelings for Erina, because we remember from season 3, the grandfather asked him to help her out with this thing and kind of be there for her, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna really only worry about myself." Soma this time is like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, buddy, you're not stepping in on my chance. Like, listen, I'm cool with Erina now, and we're kind of like buddy buddy close, super duper close friends now." And like I said, last week in my episode, Soma did give kind of a flirtatious remark to Erina when he said, "Oh, well, you should smile more. It makes you look prettier." So obviously Soma, like I said from last week, he is spitting game at Erina, and I think it's kind of to the conclusion he does like Erina, and he does have feelings for her. It's funny because all I want to see is Megumin, reaction to this. And I feel like she'd be like, "Wow, Soma really looks like he cares about Erina." But yeah, but before the episode ends off, Soma does make a point to say, like, "You look like you're hiding something, Suzuki." And essentially, Soma makes the bet is, well, if you lose, Suzuki, you're gonna have to tell me, what are you hiding? What is the secret you're hiding? And the secret I feel like he's hiding is, I feel like, one, he's gonna be like, well, one, I'm gonna be competing in the blue preliminaries or in the blue competition, and then two, yeah, I beat Joe Ichiro, just to let you know, and I feel like that's gonna shake Soma because he beat his dad. Now, how this battle could end, I don't know. They could make Soma win, but I feel like if they're gonna have a character who is striving to do something against the main character or trying to obtain something the main character, has, which is AKA Erina, for Soma his friend, and trying to, I guess, take, Erina away from Soma. What I can say is maybe they might make Soma lose this battle against Suzuki. And like I said, if he beat Joichiro, it'll only make sense he beat the sun the first time. And I feel like if he does complete in the blue competition, that's when Soma will get him back for that. Who knows how this ends? And I feel like if Suzuki does win, I feel like he'll end up still telling Soma the secret regardless. Like I say, "Oh, well, I beat you, but still, oh, how about this? I'll just tell you the secret straight up. I beat your dad. Or I beat Joichiro because I don't think he knows Soma is his father." And the fact that I'm gonna be competing in the blue competition. So yeah. Now, obviously, I feel like Erina, she ain't gonna tell nobody, or she ain't gonna tell Soma at all about what she saw. I feel like she's gonna be observing from a distant eye and stuff like that. So yeah. So next week we'll be getting, episode 3. Well, not next week, but next episode. We'll be getting episode 3 for who knows, and that's the cliffhanger we leave off for another month or so. So yeah, it's like I said at the start of this episode. Food Wars me going on delay. What a terrible part to go on delay. Man, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Like I said, my prediction is I feel like someone will lose, but if he wins, I won't care either. I just feel like it's the better way for a story standpoint that he loses, and then he gets him back later, because typically that's how Food Wars has operated. That's the same thing how Soma, did it with, Hayama. He lost him at first, only to beat him later on in the series, in the later season. But I feel like that's what they should do. I don't know if they will do that. Obviously, Megumin's gonna be the taste tester, and I think that would play into factor as well because Megumin, she knows her food and she knows what is like the better dish, even though she don't because she's a good person that doesn't like to play favorites because she could easily say like, some of your food was much better than this guy. Um, but you know, and I also feel like Erina from a distance will be watching to see what is going on, obviously, because her piqued interest on the fact that this guy wants to marry her, as well as Soma, as well as she sees that Soma has interest in her. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. And I can't wait for the next episode whenever it comes back. So sadly, guys, Food Wars won't be coming back for a month until May. So yeah. Other than that, this week's episode was pretty good. Now some people are saying like, oh, this season's not gonna be good because of the manga and stuff. Like I said, even if there is a bad, you know, adaptation of a manga, who knows what the anime could do? They could try, you know, maybe the anime for the case might make this better. And most people just want just the ending to be really, really freaking good, or they want a true ending, or the way that Food Wars should end in their own eyes. We're gonna see how this goes. But other than that, yeah, that's all I gotta say. So I thought this week's episode was really good. I had a lot of fun watching it, and that cliffhanger, man, we're gonna have to wait a month from now to essentially see what's gonna happen. So yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. This has been Camper 15. Hopefully you guys are staying safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Peace.